What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the RPS channel. We are talking Thrive Fantasy plays for this Thursday night football game between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. With me today, my co-host, Big T. Big T, you ready to talk some Thrive Fantasy plays?
Yeah, I'm excited. Last week we kind of broke into this with the Thrive Fantasy, and it was fun. I got to be honest, I didn't have a ton of success last Thursday night. I think we did the video. I can't even remember what game it was, but it was the Miami game because I called the Miami blowout and didn't really get that much from it just because of how the game ended up going, where it was kind of a blowout. There wasn't as much fantasy goodness in the game though, just because of the way the game script went. So hopefully we can have some more success tonight though. Everything about it is fun on the site though. We'll pop over there real quick, but like last week when we talked about it, they got the contest lobby where you can play normal tournaments. I think that's fun. I mean, let's just check it out real quick over on the tonight. Let's see what they got up. NFL Thursday night. Like, look at this, $25, 5,000 guaranteed, and we got only 28 of 230. Obviously, it's going to fill up a little more than that, but kind of like I talked about last week, that's good stuff right there, right? JSU. Let's see what they got in here. So we picked 10 of 20, just like last week. These things are fun. Let's even look through it real quick. So see if anything pops out for you here.
Yeah, I mean, so first off, let's start at these QBs, right? I mean, they've got Ripken at total passing yards 215.5. Let's start with this guy. Over under. What are you thinking here for this quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, so we were looking at the props lobby before we came on. I think it was an even lower number when we get over to that,
Yeah, it
but
was 201. I think it was for the props lobby.
just on the surface, you kind of said it too, where Denver has played super tough schedule where they've played Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Tampa. Two really good. I mean, Tennessee's defense has been pretty bad, but he gashed them pretty good, 15 for 78. Like at Pittsburgh though, and at versus Tampa Bay, two tough defenses. Maybe two. Seriously, could be two of the best defenses in football. So I don't know. Kind of like last week on the video where we said Miami kind of had a tough schedule going into that game. Jacksonville maybe the other way. Tonight, I kind of think we might see more of the same, where the Jets are somehow favored. Denver has played decent. Tough schedule, though. Maybe they explode a little bit tonight. Maybe we can get an edge by playing some Denver overs. I like the Melvin Gordon one, not to circle away from the quarterback. I don't know how I feel about Ripken over 215 and a half. 1.5 touchdowns, I think we could go over. And the nice thing about these props, like if we go over on 1.5 touchdowns, we get 125 points, which is good in tournaments, obviously. I mean, we're trying to get to the top. We got to pick 10. Let's just pick a few of these. But you said you like Melvin Gordon too, right? Like what if we just play all these overs? Melvin over, Melvin touchdowns over, Ripken touchdowns over just because of the points. Let's just work our way down and see what do you think? You like Melvin too, right?
Yeah, I love Melvin. And one of the things that I noticed from the three teams that you just said is two of those teams are really good against the run, in my opinion, in Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, one of the best. Tampa Bay was the only game where he got under what they have as 60.5 total rushing yards, which is their prop at Thrive Fantasy today. It was only once, and it was against Tampa, and that's because the game script got way away from the Broncos in that game, where they were just trailing, felt like from the get-go, and they were just coming from behind. So they weren't running the ball as much. Here against the Jets, I don't see the Jets. Even if you tell me the Jets are favored, there is no way the Jets are just going to absolutely destroy Denver, in my opinion. I think Denver has a chance to win this game personally. And even if they don't win, I think they can keep it close enough where the game script for them isn't going to change drastically enough where they're not going to be able to just run the ball with Melvin Gordon. They're not going to take that away. So Melvin Gordon to me is one of the best plays from this prop standpoint on the slate. Over his rushing yards of 60.5 is my favorite. Like I said, he's gotten over that mark in two of his three games. In Tampa Tampa is one of the toughest run defenses in the league. They might have the best defense, honestly, in the league when it's all said and done, in my opinion. But run defense, for sure, they have one of the two best. And I think Melvin Gordon could have done. I like the over on the touchdowns, too. We have to think that with this kid Ripken at quarterback, they're gonna definitely pound Melvin Gordon. Like, I see him to get 20 to 25 touches in this game, and I like him today.
Yeah, I like too, though. Like we said, 100. Obviously, the barrier for where the break even is 100 points on these things. It's always nice to get a little extra. 115 for a touchdown. These correlate so good too. I mean, he could break off a 40-yard touchdown, and both of these are just mint. So I like these. And then we get to these receivers. I mean, I like Denver tonight. The more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm getting excited for the showdown tonight, for the Thrive Fantasy contest tonight. Everything kind of looks towards Denver's way here. Judy, Hamler, Fant. I mean, these guys are good options. They're not. Denver isn't lacking skill players. They might be lacking in other areas, but these guys are all talented dudes. Honestly, I could make a case for like all the overs, and I like how correlated you can get with stuff. Where if the offense just goes crazy a little bit, you're going to kind of hit them. It does feel a little fishy to take overs because the total's only 41, so it feels stupid to just take overs. We're probably playing the fish side. But I mean, like 51.5 feels low, 3.5. I mean, KJ Hamler, I think I like the KJ Hamler one even more. 35.5. He's going to go over that. Like, what do you think about, how would you rank these three? Fant, Hamler, Judy. Like, well, who you like the most out of these three?
So I think I like Fant the most. If I just had to pick one of these guys,
120
also,
for the touchdown for him. That is tasty.
yeah, I like 43.5 yards, 100, like you said, over, a 0.5 touchdowns receiving is 120 points. You get 100 points for the over in yards. I like Fant today. I think one thing that the Jets have done in the last, I think it's 2 weeks, is they've given up touchdowns. I'm pretty sure. I know Mo Alley Cox caught a touchdown against them. Jordan Reed had 2 touchdowns against them. I think we can attack them there with this tight end. And Noah Fant is super talented, and you got to think they're going to try and get this dude the ball. With Ripken at quarterback, he's going to use the tight end, I would expect. The other prop, so I agree with you that Hamler over 35.5 yards. I mean, that's like one big play. Like, the dude needs one big play and he's over. But Judy at over 3.5 receptions, they have that as 80 points for the over. The under, I don't think I would touch the under there. I think I would more go over because, again, he's just one of those guys who, like, I don't think he's getting you, 100+ yards unless he breaks, a short slant pass for a touchdown, but they're using him in the short game. So I think over 3.5 receptions is decent. I'd probably rank it Fant, Judy, Hamler. But I'm with you that I kind of like the overs from this Denver side. Like, I think we could,
The hard
get
part
some
is,
value
like,
here.
I feel like we're gonna hit 2 out of these 3, but one of them's for sure gonna go under. It's a matter of which one. I think I agree with you though. I think we go just real quick with these 3 and kind of leave Judy alone. Maybe Judy goes under, maybe he goes over, but I feel
Well,
good
it's
about
nice
these
too
3.
that we get more points with the Hamler over at
Yeah,
105 and the Fant at 100 points for the reception, and Fant over 0.5 touchdowns at 120. So
I
I think
like it.
the way I would start it is probably those 3 with the points that we would get. But yeah, I mean, Judy is probably safer from an over on receptions,
Yeah.
but I like the upside we get with Hamler if he can get it. And I think it's very possible. 35.5 yards. It's not that much.
No, exactly. And I don't think too many people probably won't be on that either. Just to take a quick glance too, just so that's what's fun about this though. So we kind of talked about that side. We'll break more into it on other shows today, but I just wanted to show everyone the contests and just how fun they are. I mean, so this is all you got to do. Just say we like. I mean, Old Man Frank under. Take his unders. I mean, we're not going to go into a full breakdown of the game, but just to show you the format. So you pick 10 10 things, 10 props, and then it wants you to pick 2 extras in case your players don't play, just so you got the full thing. And then after you get that, you're going to go to submit, $25 to get in. I'm not going to hit submit right now because I'm going to actually take my time and go in here and find the winners later today. But I think that shows a good breakdown of the contest tonight. Nice little prize pool, probably some overlay too. Let's check out the part I love the most though, the new part, props lobby. Just like we went over last week. If you hit 2 out of 2, you're getting 3.6 your money. 3 out of 3, you're getting 6.2 times your money. 4 out of 4, my favorite, being the GPP guy like yourself. 11 times our money. Every $100 we're going to pick $100 one right now too on the show. I still got 255 of my 500 last week, so I'm down about half my entry. We're going to get it back today though. I'll pick 2, you pick 2. We're going to go 4 out of 4 here for the people. 11x. I think there's only I don't know if they're going to put up more throughout the day, but we got right now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 to pick. I'm going to let you pick first and see which one's your absolute favorite on here.
Yeah, so I mean, we talked about Melvin Gordon. That is my absolute favorite bet at over 60.5 rush yards. So I'm definitely clicking that one for sure. And then after that, for me, it's kind of a back and forth between. So I do think that Chris Herndon or Jamison Crowder, I think one of these two guys could hit their over. Obviously, Herndon being 34.5 receiving yards, that's not a ton. I could see that happening. But with Denver, like I could see Jamison Crowder getting it done as well. They've gotten eaten up by the receiver position. I like both those guys. I think if I had to lean it though, I'm probably going to go over the 34.5 yards.
Because we're picking a winner right here. I need a winner. Right, I don't need a lean.
Well, I like both these guys, but I can only take 2 bets. That's the point.
Oh,
so
I'm going to narrow it down here. You got to get the job done for us.
With Crowder coming off the injury, I'm going to go Herndon over 34.5 yards. And it's just the smaller mark that we have to hit, which I think he can easily do.
I like it. So you got 2 winners in there. Now I got to find 2. We already talked about Hamler. I feel good about Hamler. I played him last week. He let me down a little bit. I mean, he was all right. He was min-priced. He didn't exactly kill me on the week, but 33.5 receiving yards. I just think he's going to go over. I don't know. I think all these bets, I think going 4 overs, by the way, is a kind of a fishy thing from us. I feel like we're being fish in the market here a little bit. But, I mean, they look good. They look tasty. I mean, over 60. I love the Melvin Gordon. He's got to go over that. Herndon, I mean, look at these numbers. They're just low. 34.5, 33.5. I like it. So I need to find one more here, and we're going to lock this in for 100. I mean, 200. He's got to be able to go over 200 freaking yards.
That's the thing. They had him in the contest at 215. He's at 201 in the props lobby right now, and a half.
We're taking
we're
going with it. That's all we got to do. Like we just said, we picked 4 winners, hit submit. Let's put $100 on it. $100 to win $1,100. How do you beat that? Like, that's fun. You get in there, you pick 4 sides you like. It gives you something to root on. Obviously, if you got less in there, put $5 on it to win 55. Like, I like what they're doing over here at Thrive Fantasy. It's a solid game, isn't it? Something different too than the normal DFS. Gives you upside. You got a contest where you can win something as well. I like it. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, 11 times your money for 4 bets, and it's very simple just to get in here. There's nothing confusing about it. You get in here, you find the props lobby, you find the bets. There's not a ton of them either, as you can see. Like, you pick your favorite ones, and you just go with it. Like, I mean, you can't beat it. 11 times your money for just 4 bets. You just have to hit 4 bets. That's not a ton. It can easily be done, I think, and I love our bets. I'm definitely going in with you. $100 for our wins today. So Gordon, Hamler, Herndon, and we like the Denver quarterback Ripken to go over. That's it.
200 feels like nothing. Like that just feels like you don't even have to have a good game to go over 200.
Yeah, I mean, especially since we like a lot of the overs, like we talked about. So
We
I like
probably
it.
are on the fish side though. Thrive Fantasy's loving us putting these on here because
I
we
mean, though, look
might
at
be
the
some fishy.
numbers, though. I mean, 33.5 over, 34.5. Like, God, like these guys have to go over these numbers. They're just so intriguing. But that's what makes it fun. You get in
Yeah.
here, you kind of can look at it. And like I said, it's simple enough. It's not confusing. Like, it's so
Who likes
good.
playing unders anyways? No one likes playing
No one.
unders. That's no
No
fun.
one. No one. It'll be interesting, though, in this game. I think the unders, you say the fish side is the overs, but unders with this game being Denver versus the Jets and Denver not having their quarterback. I don't know. A lot of people might go the unders. The
I
over
kind of
might
think
be
we
the
might see some points tonight. I'm on these overs. I feel like I'm a fish for saying it too, but I kind of like it the more we're talking about it.
that might be your fantasy side talking though, that you want the
Yeah.
overs bad, for fantasy purposes. But I'm with you. I love what Thrive Fantasy's doing, and I think we gave a good quick breakdown of the props. Make sure you guys get in there, check it out, the contest. If you have any questions, hit us up. We're in the Discord. Let us know. Let us know what you think, and we'll definitely be talking up some Thrive Fantasy plays in there. So get in the Discord. We'll be chatting it up with you guys. But I think that's going to do it for us, right, Big T? Anything else from you?
I'm excited for this tonight. I mean, $100 to win 1,100 is exciting. I don't care who you are. I can't wait.
For sure, man. Make sure you guys check out Thrive Fantasy. For me, JSU, Big T. We'll see you next time.